Sure to hit that like button, share this content, let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and Beyond. Appreciate you. Good afternoon, everyone. The name is Law Nation. Your midday sports report and analysis brought to you by Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers, as well as Sleeper. Come on with it, Cowboy Nation. Cowboys Hall of Famer, HOF, that's what that stands for, Troy Aikman, Slim Chances, plus more on the NFC Ace playoff. Come on. What about Trayvon Diggs info? Maytion, come on, baby. They really say ain't no party like a cowboy party, but what about a Super Bowl playoffs? Can we get there? Hope party, come on with it.
Ready? Run from it. Destiny arrives all the same. Now it's here.
Come on with it. Shall I say I am? 5, 4. We got practice updates and information too. Bear with me. Boy, time been my enemy. Put time is on my side. Yes, it is. In the chat, if possible. Come on with it. 5, 4, 3. Hit that like button. Sharing is caring, baby. Come on with it. All right. A long day, man. Long day, man. But help a brother out. HBO. Put HBO in the chat. Yeah. I've been trying to go live around 9:30, 10 o'clock, and I couldn't because I had so many things going around, and my bandwidth is it's just me. So when y'all see other people, they got people in the background, they got people to hook them up with information and intel. It's just me, man. So I do all of the graphics, all of the edits, all of the info, all of the details. So that's why my time is crazy. But I really appreciate you guys for allowing me to steal some of your time while I give you some of mine. And that's how it works, right? Cowboy Nation. We got 4 more games to go. With 4 more games to go, the Cowboys are looking like they are very promising to get to the postseason if we win all 4. Now, we still need a little help from the other side, and that's given. That's just life, right? And sometimes you just got to take advantages of the situation that is warranted. Now, I didn't get a chance to hear the full presser because of my time, right? But granted, always working, always busy, always trying to move, and a body in motion stays in motion, right? So it's not like I'm stagnant. But here's the thing. When you become to this particular angle, you become a situation whereas you get other people to reach out to you. So we had Netflix House, appreciate them. Law Nation in the future, don't want to outspeak my business over here with my wisdom teeth. But just stay tuned. There will be a situation with Law Nation Sports with Netflix. Come on with it. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why I had to leave the other day and not give you guys the ultimate amount of time. So be sure to hit that like button and share this content, regardless of whether or not there are things that may not go the way that you guys may want to see, but it's helping the nation, it's helping me grow, and it's helping all of us in the same direction. Jerry says, Troy Aikman don't swat. Jerry, boy, leave Troy alone now, you know. Yeah, HBO, shout out to HBO. And that's help a brother out. That's the network. That's the networking that we need to do. But neither here nor there. Let's get to it. Yesterday, there was a practice sheet to come out, and I didn't get a chance to touch upon it. And I spoke my mind about it, and people are still griping over it. And what I'm saying is basically yesterday's CeeDee Lamb, tight end Jake Ferguson, Jadeveon Clowney were all limited in practice. Malik Hooker, he didn't show up for practice yesterday due to personal reasons. And he will be in practice today or what have you from the details that I know. But what I was getting at is with Jake Ferguson, because we all know that CeeDee Lamb, he's a different type of animal. But Jake Ferguson, I made a statement, and the statement was, if Brevin Spanford start getting real tight end 1 reps, the offense will open up even more. No offense to Jake Ferguson. He's a baller, but Spanford brings to different levels of size and athleticism. He's 6'7". He can stretch the middle of the field. He will put a mismatch between him and the defenders there, because if you're a linebacker, most linebackers have stiff hips. If you put a smaller nickel corner on him, he's just going to tower over that nickel corner, which by height and NFL average, most NFL nickel corners are at the height of 5'10" to about 6'1", right? And if you look up 6'7" versus 5'10", then you know that's a mismatch, right? That's what I was saying. And it'll give more and more opportunities for Dak Prescott to hit in the middle of the field. Now, some people disagreed. I got over 50,000 folks to go back and forth with me on this. And here's my thoughts. On one end, I get people that appreciate the time and effort that we put in, and they trust my vision. They trust me to that point when I'm out there in Oxnard and I'm spending my own time and efforts and energy to give you guys the news. So here's what I want to say. Selectively and collectively, people like to pick out certain things that I say, and then they will run with it and not take hold to what I'm saying, because it's all fallacy or false before it happened. So when I give you guys the report, it's like, nah, man, Jalen Tolbert. Let me give y'all an example. When I said with my natural eyes, when I was out there and I got a chance to see every rep and I got a chance to look at the players as far as what they do against their contemporaries, and I said that, hey, yeah, Jalen Tolbert may have led the team in touchdowns last season, but by far he's not the better wide receiver as it relates to the ancillary pieces. I would go with either Flo or with my guy Mingo. I even came up with the phrase Flamingo, right? So there was still resistance. There were still people saying, nah, man, Jalen Tolbert, he just need more opportunities. So up until midway through the season, I was wrong, right? According to them, but because y'all don't trust what I'm saying, right? Because, and I know validation is only good for parking, but when I said things, I haven't been wrong yet since I went out there to Oxnard. And when I'm bringing you guys the information, it's not just from opinions, it's from facts. So when I said what I said, people tend to, and I'm not on a high horse or anything like that, but when I said what I said it because I meant it, because that's what my eyes seen. That's what my eyes seen, that Flanoy is better than Jalen Tolbert. But to those that want to resist, they say, nah, man, Jalen Tolbert is the guy. Just give him more chances. But now it took all of these time frames and all of these weeks for everyone to get this point. And just like I'm saying now with the Jake Ferguson and the Brevin Spanfords of the world, or to this degree, Fairweather. You give Fairweather, Brevin Spanford. If you give these guys an immense amount of opportunities, you will be scratching your head or cranium and saying, you know what? That dude with that beard, he's on to something. So this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying to get rid of Ferguson, But it's going to be a hard-pressed situation if given the opportunities for this Brevin Spann-Ford kid to get these particular reps and to see these things materialize. I got Queen Cowboys. Shout out to you from the 4189. That's your whole name on there. What do you think about the article of the ref cheating? That's too vague. It's too vague, Queen. You're going to have to send that over to me, and you're going to have to put that out there. I don't know about the officials. There are so many things that I would tell you to make sure you do your checks and balances of. First and foremost, don't trust anything from Facebook. Let me say this again. Don't trust anything from Facebook, right? And then measure twice, cut once, even on Twitter, because anybody can get blue check marks. So go to your people. If it's not the beat writers that's within the confines of the Cowboys, even measure twice with that. If it's not an article directly from ESPN to a degree, Sports Center, then I wouldn't trust that information, by the way. So that's just my thoughts for it. Law, can we cut Schoon? Schoon's supposed to been gone. We got a lot of politics dealing with Schoonmaker. And I understand if I spent a second-round draft pick on someone that shows you some slight potentials, then you might want to give him a little wiggle room. But it's going to be hard-pressed for me to believe that Schoonmaker is going to be here next season. They might just play him all the way out through this. Yes, indeed. Facebook legit post lies. Yeah. I mean, they had an article that one of the Cowboy players got shot by police, allegedly, on Facebook. And it was no fact checkers. It wasn't nothing. And then they did another spear. Facebook is so diabolical. Before I get to the Troy Aikman piece. That was one story. But before I get to the Troy Aikman piece, Facebook came up with an article that the great Drew Pearson passed away. And it got so many reshares and so many impressions and likes, and they still haven't corrected it, that Uncle Drew had to hit people up and say, hey, I'm still alive. 88, and then legends never die, by the way, but 88 had to come out and say, hey, I'm here, man. Can you imagine? You open up your threads and people say, man, RIP, dog. RIP to you. RIP to this. RIP to that. You know what I'm saying? And you say, like, wait a minute, I'm still here. When did I die? You know? So Facebook, Twitter to a degree, or X, you got to be very careful reading into those things. But, neither here nor there. Troy Aikman had a great post about what things to come. Let's listen to him briefly.
It's a lot of sponsors.
Yeah, a lot of sponsors. Well, let's get a little 8 beer on there, sponsor.
Okay, and my 8 beer, for that matter.
Cut a hero.
Yes, see. Well, we're glad to have you once again because it's getting down to the stretch run. 4 games left, and all the good things didn't happen for Dallas last week. The Eagles lost again. We're going to talk about them here in a second, but Cowboys got beat by Detroit. They need some help, but they got a chance here these last 4 games. How tough is it when you probably have to win all 4 to get to that old cliche about taking it 1 game at a time, because you just feel like, okay, we got to be perfect for the rest of the season?
Yeah, they kind of known that though, and even after losing to Detroit, we talked about it last week. I felt that if the Eagles, and knowing that was going to be a tough game for them on the road and against the Chargers, but if the Eagles had, and still it's kind of where it was, but I thought if Dallas had won and Eagles had lost, I said it, I thought Dallas would win the division. And if the Eagles had been able to win against the Chargers after the Cowboys lost, then I think it was all but over. But, they're still in it, and obviously they've got their work cut out for them. I mean, the schedule in general, looks decent for Dallas, and it looks decent for Philadelphia as well. They have the 1 game at Buffalo, but yeah, I think for Dallas to have any opportunity, they're going to have to win out. And what I've seen of the Eagles, they could win the next 4 games. They could very easily lose the next 4 games. It's just hard to tell. I would say right now, watching the 2 teams, I think Dallas is the better team. I really don't think it's close, quite honestly, as far as how they are playing relative to, and not just the way in which they're playing, but also just the kind of the vibe or the energy you get from the team relative to what's happening in Philadelphia. I mean, it's just it's kind of mind blowing as to what's happening there. It just doesn't that team just doesn't seem like a team that really enjoys playing together, and
yeah.
and it doesn't seem like this is the first year we've said that. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening there, but anything can happen. But right now, as you know, it's a long shot for Dallas to get in.
You and Joe did that.
He says the long shot for Dallas to get in. It is, but it's a shot. We just got to be Steph Curry with it. You got to make sure you make your points count. And crying over spilled milk won't help. Talking about what happened in 1995 won't help. What happened in 2005 won't help. What happened in 2015 won't help. Look at all those years. You get what I'm saying? I'm just using years as an example. And it's 2025. So from 9-5 to 2005 to 15 and to 25, you got to make something happen live right now, Cowboys. 4 more games to go. Just look at it like this. The final 4, if you're out, you're out. If you in, you in. But position yourself to be in by making sure that you make these reps and make everything count. If you want to win the political warfare in football, then do that. But if you want to win football games and move all bullshit to the side and say, hey, I'm going to put my best of the best out there. Hey, Nate Thomas, if you can't block and bust through a wet paper bag, hey, I get it. Costco sample size, you was great. But if you can't perform up to the kind of caliber of levels, then we're going to have to make something shake. There's no more light at the end of the tunnel at this particular situation if you don't take care of business.
Game on Monday night against the Chargers for Philly. And what did you see looking at that Eagles offense up close? And that night for Jalen Hurts, man, he had a rough one.
Yeah, it's interesting because
let the AI speak upon.
DC4L $9.99.
Oh, you just want to throw something. Shout out to your law dog, DC for Life. Appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Since we are in this situation of time, law dog says, how come Sleeper blocks my winning picks? Hey. We'll reach out to our proud partners in Sleeper to see what's going on with that. Hopefully you're in an area where they can receive your information so that you can get things going and reach out to customer services, and they should be able to help alleviate some of those things, by the way. But from my position, I appreciate you so much for jumping in and being supportive of being that. Here's what the lead is going to be, us talking on Cowboys Collective tonight. Now, I didn't hear none of this stuff because, like I said, I've been stretched out far and thin. And Troy Aikman on this interview, he's going to go a little bit further into details of the Eagles and what's going on with them. But, that's water under the bridge right now. But he did spoke the truth, and I don't want to steer this conversation all the way into the Eagles talk, This is what I'm going to say here. Yeah. We're about to go into the conversational pool of Schottenheimer going over the conversation about Trayvon Diggs. And I get it. The thing is, from what I'm hearing with CeeDee Lamb, is that they're going to be a little coy with him. They're going to hold him under a very severe watch or what have you. I'm thinking that the Cowboys finally manipulating the media about CeeDee Lamb, right? And that's something that we are not accustomed to seeing because of the simple fact that when we had, for 13 years, 13 seasons, you had Jason Garrett. And when he was at the press conference, he always kind of been like in between. And then you had the Mike McCarthys of the world who didn't really use the media as manipulation. But Schottenheimer, he got something up his sleeve. That's all I'm going to say with the whole CeeDee Lamb protocol. You may see things that he didn't practice. He did practice. He did do some walkthroughs. He was looking okay. He was fine and dandy. But it's better to keep the Vikings not knowing 100% versus someone coming out on what today's date? It's Thursday? Saying, yeah, he will play. Yeah, no. Why? We used to say this for years. Why give that information out? Let the people know that it's vague. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he's going to be here. He might be here. I don't know. And they doing the same thing with Trayvon Diggs to a degree. But let's listen to what was spoken about on the Trayvon Diggs matter.
Open this up to interpretation by saying not doing things you got to do things the right way, and that leads me to believe that Trayvon is being a pain in the ass again, and he's being difficult, because how can the knee still be an issue 5 weeks later? I mean, we're going over a month now, and you got the elimination gun to your head. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah. Which one is it? Given Trayvon's reputation and him up in my DMs, I'm more likely to believe he's being a pain in the ass. And there's a 0% chance he's back here next year when I think you can save $18 million, and I think you could have saved $12 million before the season if you parted ways.
Oh, yeah. Parting ways is going to be a no-brainer. I mean, you had the writing on the wall with just...
then we'll see how good of an agent Micah can be in Green Bay.
Yeah.
To go ahead and recruit him over there.
I know. That's the crazy thing, too, is you would think just for Trayvon himself, even from like a selfish standpoint, like, dude, don't
his next stop.
Yes. Yeah, don't you want to at least fall in line and just bite your tongue?
And he'll be like, you know what I'm falling into? That $20 million on my mattress.
Yeah.
That's what I'm falling into.
That's right.
Schottenheim.
So, if you want to see Trayvon Diggs play this week or next week, and it's up in the wind and air whether or not he's going to play, coach is saying that they need to see consistency. That's been the words from even Matt Eberflus. Like, damn, dog, you really gonna say something like that? You know, because, you know, your resume ain't looking good for the Cowboys right now, you know. But that's a whole nother conversation. Put TD in the chat if you want to see Trayvon Diggs play this particular weekend. Put 0 in the chat if you don't want to see him. And that way we'll know where majority of you all stands at that's watching. And continue to hit that like button and sharing this content. Let me know where y'all at. Been waiting on Diggs' return. Hostile says he hasn't been good for years. Los Altos, Meach, Giacovelli, Brother Media love creating narratives and okay. yeah. OMG says TD. Regina says TD. Hostile says 0. Curtis, shout out to Mayfield. Curtis Mayfield. Shout out to him, man. Curtis Kelly, not Curtis Kelly, but Curtis Court Kelly says TD. And Curtis Davis says no. Christopher Diggs says TD. Shout out to you, Christopher Diggs. Bet Genty gonna work them in Bills too. How about them? You know, Cowboys. Appreciate you, Law Dog. Thou shall decree a thing and it shall be established. Justin Jefferson, that is, laughing out loud. Hey, yeah, we could use Diggs in this one. Yeah, come on, man. Shoot. So majority of you guys are saying, hey, man, put Trayvon Diggs out there. The best option for all of you guys, and I don't think that Trayvon Diggs got a no trade clause in his contract, and I definitely don't want to say hey, let's cut him and say the $18 million. We don't do nothing with the money, by the way, anyway, you know. But neither here nor there. I'm team Trayvon Diggs back out there. The DB and me, I'm not going to just look at this situation and say, yeah, we'll be a better team without him. I think that it's better to have him on our side, right? Because we can look back and say, okay, there are people that we moved on from and they go to other places and they flourish. But we got to also contextualize in the last 2 seasons, even though it's been porous of Trayvon Diggs' skill sets and play. If we're gonna do for one, it got to be for the other. And I'll talk about that later. But what I'm saying is, if y'all want to move on from Trayvon Diggs, at least let's see what he can do now. At least see it. At least see what he can do now for the final 4 games. And if it's to be good and if it's to be great, now you have more leverage, because now you can utilize and use that and say, hey, in the final 4 games, he was able to get 2 picks. He was able to make some impactful plays. We want a 3rd-round draft pick for him. I want something back in return. I want to be able to recoup something back in return if I can showcase that this number 7 can be something for us more so than something against us. Now, if he goes to be damn, right, if he plays terrible, and I'm talking about garbage can juice, second coming of Elam terrible or Booth, then you can cut him and save the $18 million. But I would tell you guys, it's better to have him inside the tent pissing out versus outside the tent pissing in. That's just my thought tracks all the way. I would love to see this kid finish the last 4 games and let it keep it moving, because it's not like we got some world beaters at DBs now. And there's no shade at Bland, and there's no shade at my guy Chavon Revel. There's no shade at my guy Josh Butler whenever they activate him like the perm. And if no shame at who's the other DB that we have, forgetting. Carson's and all of them boys, right? It's no shame. And for the life of me, what people fail to realize is that it's just the simple things. Our levels of expectations been crazy. We expect people to blow their knees out and come back and be the same before they blew their knees out, right? Jeez. But it is for what it is. And we got a guy out there playing with a whole brace. Yeah, Los Altos. That's crazy. Like, if you guys don't see that, now we got a kid, I would get it to a smaller degree if he was like a seasonal veteran and he's trying to get back with the knee brace, but he's a full-blown rookie with a knee brace. I'm talking about Chavon Revel. And the expectations for him is to play lights out, even at a rookie. Best case scenario is a 5th-round draft pick. Nah. I expect them to take their rehab seriously. And I agree. I expect them to take their rehab seriously, But to be fair to Dallas, there's only one person that came back after rehab with the Cowboys and to perform up to the kinds of caliber to keep them insane, right? And not keep them sane and not insane. And that one person is Dak Prescott. I don't know anybody else. I don't know anyone else who went through the Cowboys program on their rehab or recovery. Terrence Steele, he don't look like he's still the Steele, right? Who else? Can y'all help me out? Rejog my mind and my memory. I need to know. There's only one person. And everybody else who went through those programs of the Dallas Cowboys, who by far was graded an F and a D by most of the counterparts within the confines of the organization. I don't know anybody else, and I'm not trying to say that the Dallas Cowboys have the worst staff as it relates to recovery. I don't know one person. I don't know anybody else if we have a good resume. And Overshawn, to be fair to him, we still waiting to see Overshawn, who's been overly, and I'm not using this as a joke, but he's been overly hurt. And he came back. One can argue. The last injury that he had, it was like a freak accident. Yeah, Tyler Smith, I don't think he had a major injury. I'm not going to wood. Not going to wood. Y'all remember that we used to beat by? Yeah, I'm not trying to put cover over of a Trayvon Diggs, but let's be real. first and foremost, the environment of Dallas is not the ideal to work out in recovery. Let me say this again. The environment of Dallas is not the ideology to work out in recovery. You want to go where places are very, serviceable for you to work out on some natural grass. Cowboys area, they don't have that. It'd be 110 degrees during the summertime in Dallas, right? So even if you work out inside a facility, you got that turf monster that is very much so counterproductive to your lower body's extremities, right? I don't know, man. As I can think about it, I think that the Cowboys need to have their off-season workout programs in the city of in the state of Florida, or go to Oxnard to have it there 100% of the times. But when you start to say, hey, let's go work out to recover in Dallas, if you from Dallas, nobody want to do that. It's a very – I'm just saying, it seems as if, though, not everybody's lying. But that's a whole nother conversation.
The accountability part of me and the culture part of me that we've been talking about with Shotty this entire time is saying, man, this is a refreshing stand that they're in this situation, backs against the wall, probably out, one more loss and you're definitely out, and he's still willing to go here to send a message to Diggs and everybody else that you still have to do it a certain way versus, okay, you're not doing it the right way, but we're desperate, so you can go out there and play, because that's not a leadership message. So which way are you looking at it on the fan text at 877-881-1053? They're desperate, they're still bleeding on defense, and they're still not throwing them out there? Or, no, like George Pickens, like CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs has to fall in line.
I would feel so much differently about this if this was Trayvon Diggs from a few years ago when he's actually balling and getting a bunch of interceptions. But I don't think Trayvon Diggs is fixing much for you anyways. So that's a part of it. I don't even think like you're really missing. You mentioned Quinnen Williams. Like,
they own it right here.
Yeah, this is a guy that's actually helping you in a huge way. I don't even know to what degree Trayvon Diggs is actually helping you.
The accountability part of me.
Yeah. All right. So I'm seeing some people. Let me pull this up, and I'm valuing you guys' approach to this. I'm valuing you guys' approach to this. And trust and believe. Let's get right to it. Let me see what I got here. Okay. And I'm looking over everything here. Yeah. Okay, I got it right here. Okay. And I love how you guys are holding these things accountable. All right? And holding these players accountable. There are always favorites, and there's always things that we can look at and say, all right, cool. What if I took? You know what? I'm gonna save it. You all just remind me to come back to that topic a little bit later, because I don't want to derail that part. Let me just say that I do not want to derail that part.
And imagine the leadership duo you almost turned this over to. We were trying to figure out: is it Tank who's right? Is it Micah and Diggs? Is it the old guard with the hot boys and the hot noise who could never come through here as a team and had some bad defenses? Is that the problem? Or do we need this new school, youthful injection of energy with these two young bucks who really know how to do it? And I think I lean Team Tank after not just because of what he's doing in Seattle, because of the maturity of Micah and Diggs and knowing that they're BFFs. And that's a leadership duo you almost turned this over to on that side of the ball.
Yeah.
And Jay Versus says Diggs was great under Dan Quinn's system, but the other coaches didn't help, nor did the front office. I agree with that. Rehab near the Gulf Coast of the Gulf of Mexico. Shout out to Trump. Yes, indeed. Shout out to Trump, man. Yes, indeed. Boy, y'all better leave Trump alone, man. He around and get me sanctioned over here and taken down. I get the notion, right? I get the understanding of how you guys feel about all of that, and I'm gonna savor it. You know, I'm definitely gonna savor this conversation. But before we get any further down this, and I know, FBI, open up! Yeah. Man had 2 bad games, and now he's considered a villain at this point, you know, and he had 2 bad seasons too, by the way, coming off of an injury and things like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Hold tight for me. Hold tight for me. Yes, I'm live right now. Everything okay? No, I'll talk to you later. I was just gonna see if you wanted the shirt. Okay, no doubt. Appreciate you. All right. Yeah, so Dan Quinn had nothing to do with DBs. It was all Al Harris. Yeah, I agree with that. Al Harris is never ownership, right? We got to figure out a way to get beyond of saying it's just one individual. And literally, you know, we looking for solutions. We looking for answers. And Bland, Jackavelli says Bland is the leader y'all want, huh? You know, no, it's not that either. You got to understand the reasons why the Cowboys did make their necessary payments to Osa, to Ferguson, to Bland, to a smaller degree Tyler Smith, is because when you overcompensate for a situation, you had to let people know that if I didn't pay this other guy, that I'm not finna bring his name up, then I have to make some type of rationale or some type of reasons to spend this money. And if I'm standing and sticking to my guns, then we draft and develop team. We are a draft and developing team. So if we had a guy that we drafted, we trying to tell people that we are trying to pay these people because this is who we are. We are a draft and developing team. But what happens when you supposed to be a draft and developing team and you sitting there saying that, hey, I will pay my guys, but they got to fight for their money? If Tyler Smith had to fight for his money, Lord have mercy, we would have been sitting back looking at this team like, hey, now I understood the Michael Parsons thing. Oop, I said his name. But why everybody got to fight for their money now? That would have been the conversational piece all throughout the NFL. And CeeLo says Diggs can't do much more or much worse than what Bland is about right now. Yeah. And it's rough, y'all. It is flat out rough. Al Harris have Nashawn Wright in Dallas. What changed? The opportunity to play. That would change. Because when Al Harris was here, Diggs was balling. You can't sit back and say that, yeah, give me Nashawn Wright over Diggs. And when Al Harris was here, Bland was balling. You can't say with a straight face, put him over that guy. And then the Cowboys was still trying to figure things out. I'll never forget that situation and chance. I think it was against the Washington team. Nashawn Wright did had a few good games. Then I think he had to play against the Washington team. And I think that they ended up winning and all of this stuff with Sam Howell or what have you. And people in Dallas used that one game because he played good. I think it was like the game before against Tennessee. I think that was the game that did we win that game in 20? This is going stemming all the way back to 2022. But people, when you have a bad game, If it's somewhere else, people forget. But if it's in Dallas, everybody remember. Everybody will remember the good. Will forget about the good games, but they will remember that bad game. And for 2 seasons, Ferg haven't been good. But people will rationalize themselves because there's somebody that they like and say, yeah, man, Iceberg Ferg, man, he's been doing his job. Didn't you guys know that Ferg got paid $50 million for having 59 catches for 490 yards? He got paid $50 million. Not a single word was said about, hey, can he live up to his expectations of his contract? People lived off of the mindset that, hey, this was a good deal by the Cowboys. Why? Because of the ideology that you're going to have Pickens on one side. You're going to have Lamb on the other side. But there was no just reasons. There was no just reasons. Because if you really contextualize it, if you compare Ferg to Bland, these guys were having different career-wise. Like Bland was doing historical stuff, right? And I know 90 million is far from 50, right? So it had to be it had to be 2022, 2023, one of those years whenever Sam Howell or what have you, it was a game that Nashawn Wright didn't play well at. It could have been the Bears. It's one of those games. Bear with me on that. Yeah. So people do what they want to do. They create these narratives of what they want to do. They create these sayings and these things of what they want to do. Right? 1 year wonder for Diggs, Bland, and Ferg, still bottom line. No, I would challenge that. Diggs' first year, his rookie year, he had 3 INTs. One can argue 4, right? And and that's coming off of a broken foot. His second season in 2021, because the only reason why people gloss over 2020 is because of how historically bad we were. You know, boy, we could love to have right now on a historically bad defense once again somebody getting 4 INTs. I don't think nobody is close to having 4 INTs on this team right now, by the way. Right? And then in 2021, that was the year he had 11 INTs. Right? And then in 2022, that's when I think that's when Bland came around and all of this stuff, right? And I think Trayvon Diggs he had a very solid season, gave up less yards than yards allowed or what have you. But people already turned on Trayvon Diggs in 2021, his second season, because I remember it vividly. People turned on Trayvon Diggs his second season. We glossed over the 11 INTs. So which one was the 1 year wonder? Was it the rookie year with 3 to 4 INTs, knowing that he had a broken foot? And was it the second season, 11 INTs? And I think his third season, he had about 6 or 7 INTs, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong with my numbers there. Charge it to my beard, not my heart. Yeah. And then the injuries came about. Even in 2023, he still had a forced fumble and an INT. He started off really well those first 2 games, and then he hurt himself. 2024, we rushed him back. He hurt himself again. I think he still played 3 or 4 games in 2024. And now we're here in 2025. So which one was the 1 year wonder? Which one is it? I just need to know, like which one of them Diggs you didn't like. Because at one point, the kid came onto the scene in 2020. Everybody was to be damned. Nobody liked it. And then 2021, that's when everybody was kind of like, hey, what's going on? Yeah. Marvin D says Diggs is prima donna. Bro, stop it. I'm just saying. I'm just trying to figure it out. So what do you want? What do you want? So when we say these things, who do you want? What do you want? Where do you want a DB to play like? Because at the end of the day, we definitely don't want what we've seen today. Seen this year out of any of our DBs. And technically, we definitely don't want to see what we've seen last season. The last 2 seasons, our DBs been getting cooked, slow roasted, oven roasted. Yeah. Meach said cry, but Ferg get a whole pass. Like, hey, you get a free pass. Fumble how many times you want. Miss up, drop the ball. Hey, but we can absolutely spam Ferg and get the minimum results, and that's okay. It's okay to spam him and everything will work his way out. And I'm not trying to take any shots at Ferg because y'all know I rock with him, but I'm just calling a spade a spade. So at this point, we got to allow people to heal. We got to allow people grace and mercy. And then we got to understand, let the AI speak on it.
At Regina Green, $427.05. If playing Diggs kills the defense, then what is the excuse for how they have been playing? Eberflus is not making it better.
Exactly. I think that Eberflus shouldn't even have a voice or an opinion of this matter, of talking about consistency. From where? There's nobody consistent on this defense consistently getting burned. And granted, when we picked up and scooped up Quentin Williams, he's supposed to do that. That's what we brought him in for. We didn't ask to bring him in to do more of the same. So yes, Quentin Williams in anybody's defense should be able to lift it up their defense. But let's be real. Everybody need to do their parts. But just like when Schottenheimer said that to a point, which one are y'all agreeing with Schottenheimer on? Are y'all agreeing with the fact that Diggs need to be more consistent? Or are you agreeing on the fact that Murray has been playing well and he's one of the better physical linebackers? Which one do y'all agree on? Which one is it? Is Diggs, or two things can't be true type of conversation, is Diggs, and I'm just asking as a person that's looking at this, is Diggs needing to be consistent a fact? And is Kenneth Murray one of your better middle linebackers playing physical, and he's one of the better defensive players on your team? That is from Schottenheimer's mouth to y'all ears. He said he's playing well and he's one of your best physical linebackers on his team. So which one is it? Which one is the fallacy? Which one is the falsehood? Which one is not? Which one is it? I just need to know. Or Shotty lying to kick it. Can we get that out today? And shout out to my guy Collier and all what he's doing with showing film. But just like I said, if you take a dump and it's on the ground and you take two slices of bread and you put it on there, it doesn't matter how much Himalaya salt you put on there. It doesn't matter how much agave you put on there. It doesn't matter how much sweeteners. It's still what it is. A crappy sandwich. I just need to know. Jacobelli says, if you watch your barber mess up 4 cuts in a row, are you getting in that chair next season? Nah, next. Hey, true story. Hey, whenever you go into the barbershop, that first chair, don't go there. Go to the one way in the back. That's where the good person is at. You know. Yes, indeed. Oh my gosh, boy. Rookie head coach talking. That's what it is. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not beating up nobody, but I'm saying for what I'm saying. Yes, indeed. But people selectively like to pick sides, and I get that. You know, we all do it. We all human. You know, we all can get things going. Jose said, you about to lose a lot of folks said Murray ain't that bad. Hey, that's what Schottenheimer said. You know what I'm saying? You know, yes, indeed. You know how it goes. You know what I mean? When I'm seeing Murray out there, man, I'm saying, man, what got him out there, man?
Suck.
Oh my God.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Yeah. Oh, gosh, man. All right, but at the end of the day, it's not like Trayvon Diggs been playing lights out too, by the way. It's just what I'm saying is that across the board, there's no definitive person outside of Quentin Williams, Clark to a degree, and this young kid that we're about to play some of his audio that's been good, and his name is Donovan Ezeiruaku. Let's see what Donovan Ezeiruaku is.
NFL rookies.
Let me go back to it.
He is second among NFL rookies with 9 tackles for loss. And so I am not promising you that that's going to guarantee a fix for your Aaron Jones problem, but I think that Donovan Ezeiruaku has become more and more exciting to watch each week. So I'm hoping that maybe Clowney can neutralize some of the run game and maybe Ezeiruaku can continue to wreak some havoc in the other team's offensive backfield, and that is exciting for me going into this game.
Yeah, the fact that he's starting to understand what he's supposed to do. Going back to Bill Parcells saying, let's let the kid find the bathroom at the stadium first. Ezeiruaku's found the bathroom, and now he's starting to say, hey, how can I be creative with this within the scheme? Because how many times did we see early in the season he tried to get creative and then he got pushed out of a play, and the run went right where his fill was. And so that's the thing that you're starting to see from Ezeiruaku is that he's like, okay, I can do this, but I still have to be in this area. I got to be on my lily pad here on the pond, make sure that I don't float too far away from something, and I think he's doing a really good job of that. But you also know he has a handful of pass rush moves.
He do, man. 9 tackles for losses, man. People, whew, that's remarkable from an edge rusher. I don't want to go into too much further, you know. Boy, I love y'all, man. Y'all know I love y'all, man. Jeez, boy, if I had more time, man. I love y'all, but man, when we picking through that stuff that I was talking about, that SHIT sandwich, that shit sandwich, the crap sandwich is a better way to say it. Excuse my tongue for those who young. Yeah, it's like we going through the fecal matter and we saying, hey man, what pieces are good, you know? Damn, you saw that piece right there? That's a corn right there. Maybe that's a good piece. Yeah, that corn right there, that's a Quentin Williams, man. Hey, that's another piece of corn in it, you know? That's a damn Donovan Ezeiruaku. It ain't a lot to pick through on a shit sandwich or on a fecal matter sandwich, my bad, y'all. But it's terrible. It's a bad analogy, but it is for what it is. It's a terrible sandwich. And what I'm trying to get is that do we bring that same sandwich maker back next season and tell him, like, I don't like these ingredients, and that's Matt Eberflus. Do you bring him back? We got 4 more games to go, man, and we need for this guy to prepare a better sandwich, man. Can you just leave that ingredients out? Let me get all corn at least. pick out all. Oh, boy. Yeah. Jeez. Oh, my gosh, man. You know, I can't play no violin over this. It's terrible, man. Regs. Y'all know I'm telling the truth, man. You know,
I've got balls of steel.
Oh my gosh, man. But it is for what it is. But the offense is looking good. Your Majesty. The fecal matter sandwich, you know. But somebody throw it up on a lunch break right now, you know.
It's an evil world we live in.
Oh, buddy, man. TJ, let me get the fecal matter on rye. The next crap sandwich gonna have some extra sauce on it. Put cheese on mine. I feel you, man. Dog, Jay Versick's sick now. Yes, indeed, man. But with that being said, Cowboys. I do have this to tell y'all, man. You know, in the event that...
Oh, my God.
I do have this for y'all, man. Oh, snap! We got new news on this one. Let me tell y'all about it. Fellas, let me put y'all on game real quick. Dollar Shave Club just sent me their signature
and they understand
diamond grip
cost
razor
that is involved
with the signature 6-blade series of their razor. And on top of that, they threw in a Dollar Shave Club shave butter. I'm telling you right now, I know they try to get me to shave it all off, but I'm not finna do that, by the way. But we are going to take a look at to what this blade can do for you. And I'm telling you, it's precision, real good cut. When you apply the shave butter, let me get myself together. You got the shave butter, and if you have the little rough edges right here, let me show you what you need to do. Apply a little dime size on your hand, and then you put it around the edges here. Come on with it. Put it around the edges here. So what we do is we go with the grain right here. Shave all that down right there. Keep them edges looking good. And go with the grain. And with that, this precision cut is one of the best in the world. And then we go right here. Yeah, get that all up under that neck. That precision, precise cut makes everything look right. And on top of that, look at them edges there. And it smells good. And when you smell good and look good, you already know you're going to podcast good. Let's get it. Discount offer, 25% off the first month of subscription for the first purchase with the minimum purchase of $8. Man, come on with it. So you want that pure and clean, good look, and really savvy touch? Be sure to check out Dollar Shave Club and join the series so you can get your diamond grip and you won't slip. And they have this protective alloy to have your skin smooth. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Dollar Shave Club. Purchase now.
They can come closer than close. Yeah.
Appreciate all of you all. Yes, indeed. Thank you guys. Be sure to join Dollar Shave Club, and all of the information is in the ingredients. It's in the description box. Be sure to support the nation in that way and shave it away. One of the guys said he gonna get one for his mom to keep her beard trimmed. Lord, man. Hey, even ladies, y'all can purchase it. This would be a good gift, by the way. And save 25% off when you use promo code LAWN25. I don't know why they put lawn 25 on there, but I guess it's a lawn that you have to shave. And you know what the craziest thing of it? I'm probably be the only person that's out here with a full beard that keep getting shave sponsors. You know, that's wild. I can see it right now. Y'all president is out here saying, no.
Look at my African American over here.
Yeah. Look at him. You know? Look at my guy. You know, y'all. I can bet y'all saying, look at my guy over here, man. He got all of the shaving stuff, man, and now it's Dollar Shave that he got, man. It's crazy. And y'all are wild. Y'all are very wild. But I said the NFL is a strange lady. And I don't know what kind of lady it is. Maybe the NFL is a strange lady to a degree with one eye and maybe with some hairy legs. There are some ladies with some hairy legs. So y'all can join the Dollar Shave Club too and shave those legs so it can be smooth like butter. Come on with it. Yeah. Yes, indeed, Cowboy Nation. Yeah.
Look at my African American over here.
Hey, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Didn't nothing come off of that face. You know, I accidentally shaved this morning, by the way. Cowboys, man, let's do something like this. Before we go into the phone lines, I want to know y'all thoughts. Today is Thursday, so I need to know your score predictions and beyond. Let's get this going on for right here for one of our other sponsors. Let's get them moving and grooving because they jealous right now. Let's get them going. Let's get it.
Sleeper is the #1 fantasy sports app. It pays to know sports. Pick more or less on top players. Your first pick is on us, so start winning now. Play in Texas, Georgia, Minnesota, and 27 more states. Pick anytime across all sports, pregame or live. Over 10 million players are already on Sleeper. Make your picks count. Score up to 1,000 times your cash. Join today. Get up to $100 credit using code LAW. Call your shot on Sleeper. Download now.
No doubt. Call your shot. Download Sleeper now and use promo code LAW, by the way, and throw $100 in there, and they will match up to $100 on your first initial deposit when you throw that in there. And also, with that being said, they will give you $20 from me to you. That's dope. So be sure to take a look at that. I have some other news, man, before we get into this. I can't believe that this happened. You know, somebody was called up to the to the residence here, man, and
it starts from the first.
Yeah. Hey, man, how's it going? Are you Jake?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so someone called in reference to your Facebook post.
The Eagles lost, man.
I know. So
I'm fine. The Eagles lost and the dogs are barking. I'm pissed.
I gotcha. You don't plan on hurting yourself?
No, the fucking Jalen Hurts threw 3 goddamn, turned the ball over 6 times, man.
That's right. Yeah. Okay. All right, man. I appreciate it. All right, take it easy.
Damn.
Yo, killing me with this.
Somebody had to call 911 on an Eagle fan, man, and put him in control locks because they said, man, call 911 and call 988. And if you have all of those thoughts, man, be sure to reach out to somebody that can help somebody. And that was a real live call, man. It's crazy. Law Dog states, honestly, all dollars matter. Wants, difference to difference. Management knows that they can play around because we showed up and buy regardless. Law Dog, I feel you, man. 30-17, I thank you. 23-21, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Davies, man, did you change your name? They got to be my guy from Oxnard, right? Because I know that's who you work with, you know. Ain't no damn way. That was bad. That BTA stings, man. 3 games in a row. I'm rooting for the Raiders this weekend, too. Damn, a disturbance call on the neighbors. Yeah, man, you can only imagine somebody having, and that was when he only had 3 of them. Shoot, he passed another one at the end. Jeez. So that's crazy. Emotional damage, indeed, Cowboy Nation. Where we are at, Cowboys, let me see. Man, I thought y'all rock with me, man. We only got 200. Okay, y'all filling the room back up again. Hit that like button. I see only 293 people in here now. Let's see if we can hit that like button, get me back to 300 over here. And when y'all get me back to 300 over here, let's just open up this phone line for your mind. Got nobody in the queue now. So grab your seats and let's get ready for it because I want to know your thoughts and your opinions of everything.
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first. Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies.
Gene, Scott and Mark, 214 and all 3s or 817 and all 3s. Gene, Scott, and Mark, they've been rolling with me, man. Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers. If you slip and fall while you're at work, you hit your knee or that funny bone. You know that funny bone, boy? Ooh, you hit that one on your elbow. At work. You got to be at work, right? Please reach out to our proud partners, Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. If you're in the jam, be sure to reach out to them. And if you can't dial that number, just visit Frenkel and Frenkel Personal Injury Lawyers. They backed by 100 years of experiences. Combined, not individually. That's 657-390-7391. Hey, they said, man, these guys look like vampires. No. If they are, they drinking the Cowboys blood. You know? But no, they are not vampires, but they will vamp for you, and they will fight those insurance companies. I got from the 206, you in the mix. MJ, you're live. You're the only one in here now, so go ahead with it.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great, man.
You know, I was, remember last year when we started out, when we beat the hell out of Cleveland the first game?
I wouldn't say the hell out of them, but we won. We beat them boys. Yeah.
And then the second game, we get blasted by New Orleans.
Yeah, New Orleans came in there and beat the brakes off of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, man, you know what? We just got to call it what it is. These guys is chokers, you know. These defense players are horrible. He's the only guys I know. They get money, and then they be sorry. And we got beat. 40 points with Michael Parsons on the team, and these just some sorry players.
I think that the Cowboys, put it like this: is Michael Parsons a horrible player?
No.
Okay, good. All right, so is CeeDee Lamb a horrible player?
Nope.
Okay. But if you're trying to learn something new, it's going to take you time. And I'm not saying that was the case in the scenario. But last year, what was the focal point going into the season?
We lost our quarterback last year.
Yeah, we lost our quarterback, but what was the focal point? It was it about, hey, man, we doing anything in our power to be ready for 2024? Or was it about, should you pay CeeDee Lamb? Should you not pay him? Is he in the Cowboys sands? Or was it also, he had a double whammy. Should you pay quarterback or she let him play under this, you know what I'm saying? She let him play out his contract. That's a lot to weigh on it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always about the contract.
It was all about the contract. It wasn't about winning last year. It was about, should we secure our future? And this was my opinion, and I had a lot of people coming at me. I say, man, just let Dak play it out. Don't pay him. If you don't covet your quarterback, if you don't say, hey, I'm putting my quarterback in the best position possible because I believe in him.
The quarterback is the only thing that's saving this sorry-ass team.
For sure. So if it took them that long to understand that, then lo and behold, what are we doing here? You get what I'm saying? They waited to the last hour. So that's like water on the bridge. We got 4 more games to go now. But it just goes to show you that, yeah, the Cowboys collectively were not focusing only on winning. They was focusing on the money aspect of it. Yeah.
Well, this sorry defense, these niggas, I don't trust this defense at all, bro. Because like I say, you said, sometimes you got to win a game like Philly won this year, like Denver won this year, like New England won this year, 17-14 or 14-10.
Yeah.
With this sorry defense, we can. That's why everybody know, man. I'm gonna tell you, this defense gonna set us up again and do an egg. There's an egg coming somewhere with this sorry ass defense. I can't stand this defense, man. We got me and you had a defense. You know, back in the day when our defense slowed people down, put pressure, corners play real good, safeties in the right spot, linebacker, man. Somebody gonna do a goofball. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the way we can look at it this way is that you got 2 home games in a row, right? Yeah. That's momentum swing right there. We understand what the defense is. All we ask for the defense is to be mid or to be semi-mid. If we can be the 25th defense, we'd be a whole happier team because we would have won a little bit more games. So our biggest impediment on this defense is in the middle of the field and of course, politics.
Yeah. Man, stop playing politics. Look, I'm going to tell you Shawty right now. Shawty, you trying to play, you keep talking about Diggs. I don't give a shit about Diggs. Diggs need to be playing. Because that sorry ass number 59 you got out there every damn game talking about you compete. That motherfucker ain't compete. Man, they kill him, I tell you. You know, you go pay for another linebacker. And he's still over there getting less snaps. 59 all over the place, man. I think 59 would be a good special team player. That's what he's supposed to be on the special team. Put his ass on special team. Put them sorry fuckers on special team and make the special team better and put the right people on the defensive side. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, man.
No doubt, man. What else you got for me, man? What you got me for? The defense scare you. What you got for the score this weekend, and what else you got for the show?
Yeah, it's They was talking about how the Minnesota like the blitz. He got one of the best blitz schemes. His blitz scheme better than the Detroit blitz scheme. And Denver. So, but he's at home. And our linemen who we playing stop playing like punks, get punked. Our offensive line too. So if they block for him, we should score 30. I'll say 31. It's pitiful with this defense. I'll say 31-17.
31-17, man. Appreciate you for calling in, man. Thank you. You have a good day and a better tomorrow.
How about the Cowboys and Long Nation? Let's go.
No doubt, no doubt. Salute. He was the only one in the queue there. Appreciate y'all, man, for calling in and being part of these conversations. And I get it. You know, you can't narrow down one position. I'm not saying that 5'9" is the only reason why we playing bad this year. And I'm not saying that earlier parts of this year, number 20 was the only reason why. Right? But at some point, your scheme got to fit in and your coaching got to be a difference maker. You can't continue to point the finger because you got 3 pointing back at you. It is for what it is. MJ is MD 2020 or Henny. Appreciate you, man. Buddy needs a wellness check, too. He's an Eagle fan guy. You know, shout out to you. Vikings haven't given up 30 points in a while. No prediction law. This is DC for life. He says no prediction law. Bad luck. Laughing out loud. I feel you, fam. Roosevelt says 31-24. Boys, for me, it's anyway. I don't know. These guys got to lace them up and play up to their kind of caliber level. I appreciate y'all, man. I thank everybody, man, for jumping in. I thank y'all for being parts of this episode. Since we have low participation in the call line, I can just play the rest of this Troy Aikman's clip. I know it's more of the Eagle side. Maybe we can just get that going, and we could depart. Put an 8 in the chat if you guys at least want to hear that. If not, we can get on up out of here and have a great day. Got some other things that we have to do as relates to content and beyond. But I really appreciate you guys and get things moving from here, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you. Who do we trade for? LB, that ain't touched the field. I did have that in my segment. As far as that will be a next year deal. There'll be a next year deal because I did speak upon this. Let me see. Okay, let me go right here. Let me do this right quick. Give me 1 second here. We'll go and log in here. We'll sign in. Sign on in. Come on, so we can get those ads out the way. Those ads. New scene. And this is what we got left, man. We got free agencies. You got Bobby Wagner next season, DeMario Davis, Kenneth Murray, Caden Ellis. It's crazy that Kenneth Murray is only 27. Matt Milano and Alex. I even said I got Alizone or something like that. Von Miller, he's long in the tooth. Cole Holcombs and Alex Singleton. So if I'm a betting man, we're going to get either Quincy Williams. He's a free agent. He's due for a new deal. I think that he's going to follow his brother, Quentin Williams. I think he's going to come here. Quay Walker is only 25. Wow. You got Devin Bush. You got Devin Lloyd. You got a lot of guys. Devin Lloyd might be a good deal. Yeah, I'm looking at these guys. But these are the free agent guys. I seen a lot of 8s. But the 2026 linebacker free agency class. And then we got to understand who's going to get cut, too. I do like Leo Chanel. I like him. He's only 25. I like Malcolm Rodriguez. Damone Clark, I see you out there. I know Damone Clark love being out there in Houston, by the way. So these are the guys. But watch. We'll end up getting Ezekiel Turner or somebody. We end up getting one of them guys. But It is for what it is.
When you watch Philadelphia, not just this year, but for the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years, even last year they won the Super Bowl, but they ran the ball obviously so well with Saquon Barkley, and that was such a big part of who they were and who they've been with Nick Sirianni. But if you think back to when Sirianni came into the league, I guess it was 2021, the first half of that year, they were throwing the ball a lot, and they weren't very good.
Right.
And then mid-season they pivoted, and that's when they became a running team, and they strung together some wins, got into the playoffs, and that's who they've been ever since. But they've had games at times when they've thrown the ball well, and it's kind of carried the offense. But for the most part, it's been the passing game. But I go back to Nick Sirianni and even Kevin Patullo, who was with Sirianni. He came with Sirianni when Sirianni got the job in 21. But they were together in Indianapolis, and they coached Phillip Rivers. And that offense looked far different with Phillip Rivers at quarterback than the one that Jalen Hurts is operating. So it's not that these guys don't know football or how to scheme things up. I think that what they're doing is because it's what Jalen Hurts feels most comfortable doing. And so with that, they're very static, not a lot of motioning, not a lot of play action. It's pretty, it's about as simple an offense as I've seen around the league, and there's not a lot of scheme that gets guys open with crossing routes. Now, on Monday night, they did some different things, and they tried to give some different looks. It's just that they're not executing at the level in the passing game that they have to, and in order to really be successful. And so they've had a lot of problems, and it's hard when you ask receivers to just go beat the guy across the line from them. And they've got two good ones, but that becomes challenging when there's not a lot within the scheme that helps guys get open. So that's what I've seen from them. And then defensively, I think they're pretty good. I think Vic Fangio obviously is a really good coordinator. Has done a great job. They've got some really good players, but eventually, if the offense isn't doing much, it breaks a defense. We saw it 2 weeks ago against Chicago. Even in our game, I mean, the defense kept them in it. And the two games that they won, they've now lost 3 in a row. The two games they won one scoring, I think, 10 points, and they won the other one scoring, I think, 13 points. So that's how good the defense had been in those 2 wins that they had against Detroit and Green Bay.
It's our weekly visit with the great Troy Aikman here on The Ticket. And speaking of receivers, the Cowboys have had just incredible production out of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens all year long. Ryan Flanoy has really come on lately. And last week, Lamb got hurt. We'll see if he's ready to go on Sunday night. And then George Pickens kind of disappeared in the game. Is that us setting too high an expectation on Pickens, or because of his reputation and history, is it fair to be at least concerned about that performance?
Well, I think there's times there are teams that you watch around the league. I've got Miami this week. Miami's one of those. San Francisco, Baltimore, Green Bay, typically, that you watch. And it's kind of interesting that most of those, Todd Monken, who's the offensive coordinator for Baltimore, he's not one of them. But the others that I named, they all come from the same tree of basically Sean McVay. And you can put the Rams in that category. So I think Detroit is one of those teams. And I've said it. I'm a tough critic when it comes to receivers and receivers routes, and you can watch film, and the ones who do it well, it jumps off the screen when you're watching it. You're just like, wow, this is different. And it's how we were as an offense, and I guess that's why I appreciate it so much that. When we would be practicing, I can't even begin to tell you how many times every day, not once a week, not every couple weeks, but every day, Norv Turner would be yelling at the top of his lungs at the receivers to come off the ball and run. And the reason for that is because our passing game was timing based, as most passing games were at that time. And so if the receivers weren't where they were supposed to be, when I was at the top of my drop, we had problems. So I had to sprint to get out from underneath center. You go back and watch any of the film when I was playing for Norv or Ernie from 91 through 97, and it looks like I'm sprinting from underneath center to get back and set up and throw the ball, because I had to in order to time it up with the receivers, and they had to do the same thing that they did. And so the league has changed to where it's not like that as much as it once was. But I guess where I'm going is there's about 5 teams that I've seen around the league that I think are extremely well coached in the way they run routes and how they come off the ball and the passing game, and it's noticeable. And I'd put the other 27 teams or 20 whatever teams that are left into a different bucket, and that's just kind of where it is. So I think you get what you coach, and whatever you accept, that's what you're going to get. That's what you're going to see on the field. And so whether or not things need to be different, or if that was a one-off, or however you want to look at it, I don't know. But there have been times over the years where I've thought things could be better than what they've been.
And the Cowboys are in that 2017 bucket.
Yeah.
Well, I would say that they don't jump off the tape like some of the other teams that I mentioned.
Yeah. A name you brought up a few minutes ago, Phillip Rivers, resurfaced this week. He is 44. The Colts signed him after the Daniel Jones injury. He might play this week against Seattle, which is quite a defense. Quite a defense to face for your first time back. He hasn't played since 2020.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to go?
I think it's going to be amazing. I really do. And I texted Phillip last night. I said, "Do it for all the old guys." You know, come on, let's, you know. So I do. I say that I'm a little hesitant, but not too much. I think it's going to go well. I think, Seattle's. You say the game's at Seattle?
It is at Seattle, yeah.
Yeah, not a great way to come out of retirement. I know that with that crowd, and that's a really good defense and a really good football team. So maybe it won't go quite as well as I thought.
No doubt. For those who pretty much wondering to know what the Netflix thing is that we are working on a deal here. And they gave a private showcasing yesterday to do the Netflix. It's in Dallas. It's over there in the Galleria Mall. They have a Netflix house here. And you can – I ain't going to tell y'all what happened, really. Because I definitely didn't win. But I was participating in the Squid Game, and I probably need to go back and watch the movie because to understand all what was going on. Sarge says crazy that they're talking about Pickens and being a distraction, but not one word mentioned about Jennings, the 49er who player for 49ers whose every player has it in for. Oh wow. I didn't know that, but appreciate you, man. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, hold on. I don't know if I can. Let me just tell y'all about it. Appreciate you, Jay Sarge. Let me see if See, so you got to scan your face in, and you got to. Let me see if I get this. It's an actual Squid Game, man. Yeah. So you scan your face in, and you do all of this stuff.
Do you see your face?
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. If you did not see your face, now would be the time to let me know. If you don't see your face, you can't win the games. What would be the point in participating at that point?
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know if I got it. I died real early on this one, y'all. Let me see what we got. And my girl Tay, she did a good job over there.
Made it.
I died, y'all. I died, man.
You made it, Tay. At least we didn't die on the first try.
Yeah.
Take a step
Oh, Tape is playing with her. She know what she doing. There you go, twin. There you go, twin.
Yeah.
Man, don't mess with Tape.
Yeah.
Don't mess with chicken. I see you, chicken.
Take a step.
Somebody gonna die. Let me see. Let's see what we got right here. Hold on. So y'all need to go check this out, man. I recommend you guys go check out Netflix House, bro. It's dope. Let me see.
Players, before we see the next game's instructions, let's take a look at our updated leaderboard.
Just showing y'all some little clips, man. Let me see who's right here.
Around the outer ring. Keep moving while the music is playing. When the music
I died so quickly on this one, man.
The ring will light up. You must immediately move to these symbols. If you have no symbol to stand on, you are eliminated. Remember that physical contact can cause instant elimination.
They put you through a real sweet game thing.
We will have a turn for the red team, followed by a turn for the blue team. Winners who make it to the inner ring will receive maximum points.
Yes.
Let's see.
Playing red light, green light. You are allowed to move forward when Young Hee shouts out green light. Stop when she shouts out red light.
Boy, I died so quickly.
If your movement is detected, quickly move to the right or left side of the game area. As you move forward, do not jostle other players or climb over obstacles, and do not die in order to finish. This is nothing. Players who cross the room within the playtime and scan to signal their completion are considered successful. Ranking will be determined by the order you scan in.
Man, it was crazy. Let me go to this one, y'all. Y'all gonna like this one though. I didn't survive that area there, but let me go back to this one. Hold on, because I know we about to depart, ladies and gentlemen. Let me go right here. Boom. They take you to this room too, man. And remember. Y'all saw me right there. Y'all saw me right there. That's me. That's me. I moved. I died, y'all. I ain't know you supposed to. I thought you supposed to just sit. You can move it, not your feet. Let me see. Let me see if I can go to another application right quick to show y'all how they was on my. You know what? You know what I'm saying? Hold on for me, y'all. Let me see if I can pull this one up because they was on me, man. Give me 1 second here. It must be on this phone. I got two phones, and we can get on up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all to the stars and back, but I just want to show y'all this one little thing they was on my ass with. No, I can't find it. I'll generate it a little later on then. How about that? Hey, it's good, though. Netflix House, I'm thinking about seeing if we can get some tickets, about like 30 of us. About 25 to 30 of us, and we all do it together. And shout out to Netflix for inviting me out and being able to be partnering and future partnering with them. Law I definitely didn't understand the cost at all. Hold on, I know where is that. I know where it's at now. Boom. Let me go here. They were on my ass. No. If I go to stories here, I don't know if I can find it right here, boy. All right, hold on. Yeah, they was on my ass. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, hold on. All right. Let me see if I can.
Gonna learn how to fight.
All right, boom. All right, here we go. Y'all can hear it though, huh? All right, hold on. Yeah. Hold on. Y'all about to get it. Boy, I'm bootlegging this because I'm mirroring my phone through here, so. Here it is right here. All right. Come on with it. Boom, 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 boom. Y'all can hear, but you can't see it. That's weird. All right. What I'm going to do here, for the sake of time, I'm finna get it for y'all. Hold on for me. We going to get it for y'all. And let me just play the rest of this.
No, I'm
going to play the rest of that while I'm doing this, okay?
Is he's been coaching, so he's been around it.
So listen to this while I'm doing that. I'm doing two things at once.
Knowing him, he hasn't just been coaching. He's been throwing along, while he's been coaching. So I don't think it's unlike myself. I think that, if I'd come out of retirement after 4 or 5 years, I would have thrown maybe like 3 passes over that period. And, so I think it's different for him. But I did see. Just this morning, I saw a video of him throwing at practice. It looked pretty good, actually. I mean, it looked like Phillip Rivers. And does that tell you anything as far as how he's going to play? No, not really. But my gut says, okay, this guy's been throwing a little bit. And if he hadn't have been, I'm not sure he would have taken it on. But yeah, I think he gives them the best chance. I'll say that. And as we know, these teams. Man, they start out so well, and then they've lost some, and these teams get desperate, and they see the prize out in front of them a little bit, and they just don't want to give up hope. So they leave no stone unturned, and this one led to what will be a future Hall of Famer in Phillip Rivers. So I'm excited about it. I can't wait to watch him play. I'm a big fan of his. He's an awesome guy. He's got a football team of his own. He's got like 11 children. So, I remember I was golfing in Norv Turner's golf tournament when he was the head coach at San Diego, and Phillip was in our group, and we got to talking, and, during the day and after the round, we went in for the award ceremony or whatever they have going on, and I met his wife. His wife was pregnant, and she was pregnant with their 6th. And I said, and now Norv was the head coach. I tell you how long ago that was in San Diego. But I said, well, this will be it, right? And he said, I don't know. She kind of likes being pregnant, and we love kids, And so I thought,
yeah, he was only halfway there at that time.
I saw him 2 years ago at Norv. I threw a surprise retirement party for Norv in Del Mar, California 2 years ago. Phillip flew in for it. There was a long gap from when I played golf with him in this tournament to when we had the retirement party 2 years ago. I ran into Phillip, and his wife wasn't there. I said, "Where's she?" And he said, "She's pregnant. She's expecting our 11th." And I thought, holy cow! I'm not even going to ask if that's it. That's maybe he had to go back to work. He might have been running out of money.
Yeah, right. That could be it. Yeah,
trying to get these kids through college.
Boy, and I even heard that he has a son in high school, and they run the same offense.
Yeah,
Shane Steichen. I don't know how much, but as far as terminology and stuff, he's just going to step right in and kind of know what they're doing.
Well, Shane Steichen, when I was at that golf tournament, he was like quality control offensive coach for Norv there in San Diego. So they go back. So Shane Steichen he's I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but it's a 3-digit system that Norv used, and Ernie and those guys from that tree. And so, same offense. I remember when I did see Phillip at this retirement party, he's got mostly girls, I guess, mostly daughters, but his one son was a freshman. So he was going to coach him for 4 years, and then just when he was going off to college, then his next son was going to be a freshman. So he was excited. He was going to have 8 years of Rivers's playing quarterback for his high school, and I don't know how good they've been. My guess is they're probably pretty good because Philip knows what he's doing. But yeah, so I'm excited about it. I do think he's going to play well. He'll give him a chance, and wouldn't that be a great story if he comes out and lights it up against the Seattle Seahawks?
Gosh, yeah. He was already comeback player of the year once in his career. If he could act, this would be the most amazing comeback story ever.
Well, they'd have to come up with a new award. I mean, the comeback doesn't do it justice.
Right.
Grandpa of the year. How about that? Because he's a grandfather now too.
He is. Yeah.
That's wild. And you mentioned Dolphins Steelers on Monday night. That ought to be interesting. I wouldn't have thought that 4 weeks ago, but here come the Dolphins.
Here they come. Yeah, they're on a roll. They've won they've won their last 4 and 5 of their last 6, and they did a total pivot. You know, they've turned into this running team, and since about week 8, they're running the ball second best in the league to Chicago. So they're doing a lot of good things, and defensively they've totally turned it around as well. So I'm looking forward to that. Now they did beat Buffalo. It hasn't necessarily been a murderer's row of teams that they've played. They lost to Baltimore of two of the 5 of the 6. The one they lost was to Baltimore, so decent team there that they lost to. But they did beat Buffalo. They're still trying to keep it alive, and a lot happening within that organization. And then, of course, we get a look at Pittsburgh and Aaron Rodgers for the first time this year, coming off a big win against Baltimore. So yeah, it should be great. It's going to be cold. I just checked the weather. Joe Buck's down in Cabo right now, and he texted me and said, "Hey, I'm not going to wear a suit. I'm just going to wear a heavy coat." I thought, well, how cold is it? So I just looked. It's 22 degrees, I think, for a high on Monday night. So it'll be a little chilly, but
maybe 9 by kickoff.
Might be snowing. Yeah. It'll be a good scene though.
Well, have a great game. We'll be watching, and as we told Razor, we'll be out of the office for a few days. We'll talk soon.
You'll be out of the office, huh?
Yeah, we'll talk next year.
Yeah, we'll talk.
You like some of the help that I have. The hours keep getting reduced. You got more vacation time.
I know.
Days going up.
Yeah, it happens.
I mean, good Lord. Y'all enjoy your vacation.
Okay, Merry Christmas.
Enjoy your vacation. All right, so I'm going to promise you guys I'll show y'all this little bitty clip of some of the more footages that have yet to be seen, and we're going to get on up out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. I don't know if we're going to play it, but play it. Here you go. Yeah. Some of the audio is not there. Yeah. She was number 354. Yeah. Some of the audio I ain't gonna play. Here we go. It's like musical chairs right there when you play that game. But if you die, you die.
Look at Lo.
Y'all saw me for a second.
Got the most healthy. You can miss your Squid Game, man. Hello, buddy. Hey. Got the most healthiest person. Yay.
Blue guy.
We will have to decide what to do with you.
Don't kill me, sir. Please. We didn't do it. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's the guy. All the way around. Come on. Play no game. Not Lucy.
Gravely mistaken. Now, this is our top-ranked player. Welcome. You have earned your place.
All right, so I'm gonna stop it right here because Lord have mercy. When we do these type of things, man, it's going to be even better, man, down the stretch. Appreciate y'all so much, man, for jumping in and tuning in. It's great fun. Netflix House, if you ever been to one, let me know in the chat. Put NH in the chat if you've been to one, but we got one in Dallas now, and we will be doing some more things down the stretch, man, with them boys or with those individual companies there and getting things going with Netflix. So appreciate you guys, man. Thank you guys so much for jumping in. I had a good time, and ain't nothing like having a good time, but let this week be a great week. Put your score predictions down below in the chat. Jerry Jones, I know, you probably own the house, Jerry. Sadiq Charles, appreciate you. Thank you so much for jumping in. Thank you for your support. Big things happening. Big things happening. Mama said that there will be days literally just like this. Let's go. Salute to the new sponsor, Dollar Shave. Appreciate y'all so much for supporting the nation. You guys do me a huge favor. Join the Dollar Shave Company. They got all type of promo deals and promotions. They just don't have the straight edge razor or the diamond tip razor for the good grip, but they also have electric razors. So if you need to utilize and use that, just think of Law and join the Dollar Shave Club. That's a better way to also support the nation. Sadiq Charles, I don't know if the AI, she must have went to sleep, but she says, Law, I'm so proud of you. Keep doing your thing and have fun doing it. And thank you for sharing. Sharing is caring. We are always listening to nothing, and I mean just that, nothing but the best. Shout out to you, JV boy. Appreciate you. Shout out to the caller, MJ. And as time leaves, as they all say, these type of things, put it into your mental mindset. We got 4 more games to go. The race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the mighty. It's the he that endures to the end. Continue to grind to shine. Take one foot in front of the other. And then you look back at it and say, hey, the journey of 1,000 miles began with one step. And if you can proceed to continue to move forward in life, that's all that matters. That's all that cares, is moving forward, not backwards. It reminded me of a storyline of Corey Barner. When I tell people that everybody is one hit away from being in a situation like him, I'm telling you guys the truth. So just be sure to count the days that you have and enjoy those moments. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would just simply go after the things you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. Neither cold or the poverty or the famish of fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn you away from the things you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and beset with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation.
I used to play on the same field 16 years ago. My life changed, guys. One play, last play of practice, playing cornerback. I never thought in my life that guy would place me in a wheelchair. I say, with Miss Pam, no matter what trial and tribulations we go through in life, we're going to go through something.
Right.
We're going to find a way how to do it. Yeah, so that next week, she comes in with Lil Corey on it, number 24, and Find a Way. So that's when Find a Way was established. She put them on wristbands first. Miss Pam, love you. Love you so much for doing that.
You love you, Miss Pam?
Miss Pam is the greatest, man. She's the greatest. And I appreciate her because she made a lot of things happen.
Right.
The number 24 retired from DeSoto. She made it happen.
She made it happen.
I wore 24 for one game in college. I had one of my high school alumni. He had got injured. He was paralyzed from the neck down. His name Corey Borner, and me and my teammate Cyrus Gray in Texas A&M. We both wore 24 That was his number that he wore in high school. So we both wore 24 for one game. And yeah, those are the only numbers I ever wore.
She said, Corey, what's some things that you want? I said, well, I don't want nobody wear my number. I told her that just like that. I don't want nobody wear my number.
Nice, my number.
I don't want nobody wear my number. So she made that happen. So may God continue to bless Miss Pam, the board. I'm thankful for us. That's where Find a Way came from, guys. Y'all see it? Y'all see it?
Yeah, you guys see it right here, man. It's beautiful. Find a Way. And there will be a Corey Borner Day. So let people know, man, about the date and these sorts of things.
Well, this is my 4th annual Corey Borner Day. I'm having it at Eagle Stadium, where I got injured at as well. I'm just thankful for a lot of bounce houses and food trucks, et cetera, et cetera. Since the Cowboys ain't playing, I'm gonna have a couple of them pull-ups since they're gonna be free.
Y'all here?
Since they're gonna be free, I can't tell you which ones yet, but you know, just come. It's gonna be at Eagle Stadium, and any sponsors donating wise, it all go to my foundation, Find a Way Foundation. I never thought in my life that God would place me in a wheelchair, 32 years old. But God had a plan B for me. So out of all you guys out here, football ain't promised all of us. You never know when it's your last time. God had to humble me too. It's football. Stay encouraged and always find a way. Point that index finger to yourself. Like I said, I'm proud of you guys and love each and every one of you, man. And y'all continue to have fun. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. No problem. Be blessed, baby.
Hey, man, have it up, y'all.
Find a way, Cowboy
on the
Nation.
same field.
Find a way is what the message is. Find a way for these next 4 games. Find a way to dig up all of those things that you said that can't be possible. Find a way to continue to move forward, not backwards. Find a way that know that even Corey Borner, CB, number 24, Mr. 24, if he had the willpower to continue to move forward and not backwards, to find a way. He said he will one day walk again, and there's footages of him walking. Amen. He said one day I will drive a car, because he got hurt when he was at the tender age of 16, and he drove a car. One day I will pledge Omega Psi Phi, and he found a way to pledge Omega Psi Phi. Perseverance, dedication. He said one way or another, I will find a way. It's all about standing tall or not at all, even if you can't stand at all. The heart, you can stand up. The mindset, you can speak it into existence. So let's put it on for my guy, 2-4, Corey Borner. Put find a way in the chat to win these 4 games. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to absolutely nothing but the best. Let's get it. Find a way. Do me a huge favor, if you guys can, go to this particular page here on IG and just type in Find a Way. Go to this IG page and type in Find a Way. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours.
Sacrifice, don't give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday, yeah. Depend on you if you win or lose. You know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday, yeah.
The link is in the chat area. to that Instagram post. Find a way. DC for